Yo, what is going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another video, another explore. Hello, if this is the first time finding the channel, you're in for a little bit of a treat today because we are checking out a property that's not often seen on social media. I'll be honest with you, I never knew about this place. I am hours away from home. You could only imagine how grand this property would have been back in the day. It's got some lovely features, but more importantly, as you've seen on the thumbnail, it's got some vehicles, but not just those ones, some other ones too. So we will 100% go and check those out. We've got some photos down here, the previous occupants of this property. Who knows, every bedroom is full of wonderful old fireplaces, which is always a treat. But even small things like these doors, the big old doors like this, fantastic. So we'll take every room as it comes, check it out, report back for you. See what I mean about the fireplaces? Now this would have been an amazing office is what I'm going to call it. If you like books, we've got loads of books here floating around and remains of a sofa potentially. As we wander over into this room, don't worry, I promise you there's some amazing features. Just look at the wallpaper, you can see the different layers too. Look, I love that, literally the different memories of the house. We've got a bit more of a later fireplace, well, what remains of it anyway. I want to say, what's that, 70s probably? Straight down there. What a great room though, lovely bed. I'm not quite sure how secure this floor is, so if we go straight down, oh yeah, there's holes everywhere, mind. This is cute though, again with all the different wallpaper. Some leftover graffiti cans, I want to say. Now, as you ping around to this, check out where the grand staircase used to be. Sadly, no longer. But look at what remains of the stained glass. If that's better with or without the torch, I'm not too sure. Got some lovely colouring in there. That would have been amazing just to walk out here, walk down that stairs, greeted by that view every single day. You know you're going to have a good day, aren't you? Now, there's a load of car parts floating around and loads of things to do with vehicles. So I'm guessing my guy used to be a bit of a car enthusiast. But sorry, look at the view you would have had as well there. I'm really digging this property, if I'm honest with you. As you can see, yeah, there's not a lot left up here. Another bedroom, another bed. Wow, look at that. Even the furniture. The drawers are gone, but what remains of that is still there. Lovely, yeah, do you know what? I'm really digging this property, if I'm honest. Again, more books, a little bit of everything. Nice little wardrobe still there. Do I dare to have a little look inside? Even look at like the little stained glass on the top there. I'm guessing remnants of birds maybe being stuck in there at some point. Now, this is where it gets interesting because the car memorabilia is off the chain. You've got a Vauxhall Nova there. Look at the old Vauxhall badge as well. 1989, that's before I was born. Wow, way cool if I'm honest. You've got a leaflet there of Japan. This is literally walking through someone's memories. Now as we dip into this room, again with the paperwork everywhere, but lovely original fireplace still there. I really hope this house gets renovated at some point in the past. In the past? In the future even. I'm talking in the past. But I love stuff like this, look, literally nature claiming it back. This room, loads of old motorbike manuals. Nice old typewriter there though, the wingback chair. That's kind of cute. I do like that. Water tank up there. What an odd place for a water tank. But then you're greeted by this big, massive window. Wow, and the stairs. And do you think this is the second staircase? This is the smaller staircase in this house. This blue, the way it is worn back, I'm really digging it, to be fair. Now, I tell you what, I didn't have to climb to get in this property. So we'll try and show some of that on the way out. Oh, that was a bird up there. A mirror of something. As you can see, things everywhere. Tabasco sauce, an old shoe there. What remains of a chair. This looks like a bit of a utility room potentially. Hot point washing machine. Enigma machine. I'm guessing this is where they used to keep the warm water, maybe? I think. A gas canister. Another door there. I'm very excited to show you the cars outside, if I'm honest, because it's going to get good. Now as you walk through the corridor, you're going to see a lot of car memorabilia on the floor. You can see the Cartel Peugeot kit there. Oh, and with the wheels too. Wow. No.
I think they did something to do with photography.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of machines going on there, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it's photography. If you go in there and you look more into it. I'm not 100%.
You could be right, mind. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Virgin wines. I am a fan of virgin wines myself. You got the Porsche there. A lot of Porsches. There's actually a Porsche bumper out there too. This is actually the way, and we'll come back to that room. As we venture into here, you can see the floor is actually gone. There's more machines everywhere. There's a lot going on. There's also some big outbuildings, which we'll get to in a minute, and you can see they've been set on fire, but it almost looks like a machine shop. Oh, I do apologise, I went a bit squeaky. There we go, another room here, another bathroom. Wow, lovely size for a bathroom, right, isn't it? This is what you've got in properties, I guess, so the big, massive, high ceilings. Another room here. Well, that's just into that room. Now, you're walking towards the main entrance here. You're greeted by the old carriage light, which would have been. That's where the grand staircase would have been. Now, in this place, there's an old Chesterfield sofa and what remains of the staircase. I could only imagine, like 5-10 years ago, this property would have been fantastic to explore. But sadly, as it goes, vandals come in, nature takes its course, and like I always say, it's about documenting these properties at this moment in time. Lovely fireplace. Hopefully it can be saved. I'd like to think this property could be saved. End of the day, look at all the coals on the floor. It literally just comes down to one thing, money, doesn't it? Now we've got a grand piano, which is upside down, which is a bit sad if I'm honest. Nice old table there too. Fireplace, bit of graffiti. Oh yeah. God, the old TVs how they used to be. Way different. Even the shutters on the windows. Now that I do like. That's like some zombie vibes, isn't it? Quick, close the shutters, the zombies are coming. Oh, look at that. I love that corridor. Now into this room. The amount of paperwork that's been rooted around in here is crazy. You can imagine this would have been beautiful with the way the sofas would have been set out. We've got shoes there. We're thinking children, grandchildren, photographs of those. Nice old chair. I don't want to spend too much time looking at paperwork because it does have the address, and I'm not one for, you know, openly sharing where the place is. Doesn't matter if it's trashed. I still want to kind of protect it to a point. Now, as we wander through to the kitchen, whatever that may be, this way, there's a lovely old stove in here. The fridge is wide open. Ooh, now I think that car is outside. If that's the case, just a rear end of a Jaguar E Type 2+2, which is crazy. So I actually thought it was a bit of a triumph because it was hard to see. Cafe Columbia. Look at this. And Frank was here. Honestly, the amount of like just stuff like that goes into these properties, just mindless people. It is bonkers. But yeah, that's beautiful. So there we go. We've climbed back out, and then you can see what remains of a Fiat camper on some nice little aftermarket wheels there. Sadly, vandals have been through and do what vandals do best. This beast has 85,000 miles on it, so it's been driven around the country or far for 85,000 happy memories. Earlier on when I first came in here, I thought this was a Triumph Spitfire, and I was umming and ahhing, but as you've seen, the photograph inside, that's actually a Jaguar E Type. Well, what remains of the E Type, which is crazy. This property is cool though, I'm a huge fan of it. Now, we're going to get around to where some of the vehicles are. You can see this is a machine shop, like it's been set on fire. And machine shop, it would have been. There's some equipment in your mind, isn't it? Some big industrial stuff. As always, watching out for nails on these old things like this. Look how hot this got, though, the way stuff is just melted in here. So you've got a front bumper off the Ford Escort. Now, the rest of the Ford Escort is actually also here. What remains of a canoe. You got an old Opel here, which I kind of dig. I think that's awesome. Got a colour on it too. The interior fully intact. The steering wheel there. Then you come around to a Ford Escort, but you've got to get the back of the Cadet in. Look at this. That's a beauty. Then you've got a Ford Escort. Some parts are being cut off it, as you can see. Sunroof car, as most vehicles were of this era. Steering wheel is still in there. Can I make out the mileage? Looks like 180,000. Oh, if so, amazing. Rear tailgate is off it. That's a beauty. Rear lights are still in there too. I always appreciate seeing an Escort. There's a bit more in the machine shop. Now as you come around, you can see some semi-slick racing tyres. Some old Dunlops. Let's go through the big hole in the fence to keep this video going. See where the conservatory used to be. Some sirens, probably for us. Probably for us, boys. Front bumper off a Porsche here. This is kind of cool though. Look at the tyre too. Proper racing slick. That's alright there, you know.
Oh, we're only nosy as well.
Oh, we've met more nosy people basically. Cool.
I'm not going in.
So there we go, back to the video. Nice little local people going for a little nose. I said to you earlier about climbing over, it's wide open on the one side. He was already gone over it, you know. Now, this is what they've set on fire, which is a bit frustrating. You got the Peugeot partner here. Look at the way this is melted. That screen, wow. Crazy. Then you got the Vauxhall Astra here too. To be fair, I'm guessing this was put out pretty quick maybe. It's in a very nice area if I'm honest. So this is the club edition. Wheels are gone off it. Ah, look at that there, man. Nice little 4-cylinder. Paperwork, battery tray. Yeah, they've robbed a bunch of bits off that, haven't they? VIN plates sitting on it though, which is cool. And you'll see from the thumbnail how grand this property is. Well, boys and girls, thank you very much for tuning in to another video. I really appreciate it. It's been great to come and do another property that's not often seen, and a new one to me. And oh, I'm taking that with me. It's a girl apparently. But yeah, until next time, boys and girls, you know exactly what to do, and I shall see you there.